Now back to that story we tried to bring you earlier tonight. State senators are working to define voter ID ahead of future elections.
Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson has more.
The Government, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee heard testimony on 3 voter ID bills Wednesday afternoon. 2 of the bills were introduced by Senator Steve-Erdman. They would effectively end mail-in ballots in Nebraska except for members of the military or people living in a nursing home.
It appears to me that the best time to solve an issue is before it becomes a problem. And I'm not here to say today whether there was vote rigging or cheating or whatever you want to use the term to describe it. The issue that we have to deal with is how do we make sure that our ballots, our votes are secure and they're not messed with, and this is the way to do that.
But those in opposition of Erdman's bills say mail-in ballots are essential for many Nebraskans.
Mandating in-person voting except for select individuals is voter suppression. It's unrealistic to expect all eligible voters to be able to vote in person on any given day.
With weather conditions, family and work obligations, this just simply is not practical or fair to candidates or the voters.
Erdman's bill also requires ballots to be counted on Election Day in the polling place where they're casted.
Regarding hand counting at the precinct level, states have already been investigating how do we count by hand at the precinct level efficiently and accurately. And I'm glad that you don't want anybody to be disenfranchised. What about the millions of people who feel disenfranchised because of stolen elections?
Those in opposition say this simply isn't possible with the technology they have at polling places, which could make the bill costly.
Purchasing precinct counters would cost around $18.5 million statewide for machines if there were about 2 machines per precinct, and we used the number precinct in the last election. This is actually physically impossible to do. Whether it's counted by machine or it's counted by hand.
Senator Jen-Day's voter ID bill was also discussed Wednesday with much fewer restrictions. It would allow for many different types of voter identification that aren't accepted in other bills, even including expired IDs.
If the goal of voter ID policy is to verify a person's identity, election workers can do that successfully even while using an expired ID.